Blitz.
Hello everyone, welcome to Doodle and Chill.
Raise your brushes, time for the skill. Get hyped up, it's Doodle and Chill. Carve your heroes in bright, bold lines. Sketch those dreams, let creativity shine. From panels and pages to the screen, our fandom love filling every scene. We'll gather round, it's time to draw. Heroes rise and villains fall. Fan art nights, we got it all. Power-ups that make us tall. Anime, stay comics flying high. Movies, games, reach for the sky. All sparks igniting, pencils in hand. Let's conquer worlds, our imagination's grand. Doodle and Chill, our passion won't die. Captured in colors, let our spirits fly. Every frame a story to be told. We bring to life the brave and the bold. From dusk till dawn, we're in the zone. Creating magic, making it our own. Pencil scratch, ideas flow. In this epic world, our passion shows. Unleash the power hidden in your soul.
Hello everyone, welcome to Doodle and Chill. And today we're doing Savage Dragon. And here's a little something that, it had a cartoon, so we have a little intro we can start the thing with. So here it is.
Chicago. Ordinary cops were losing the battle. The criminal mastermind
Hopefully we
called
won't get a
Oro
strike.
and super freaks held our city in their terrifying grip. Then a miracle happened. When I found him, he had no memory of his past. I helped him find an identity and a life. Now we have a fighting chance.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Yeah, I cut it. It cut short a little bit because don't want to have a strike.
Yeah.
Just wanted to at least have the intro going, but I thought I could just pause it, but yeah, didn't work. So yeah, welcome to Doodle and Chill, guys. So right now you got me, and we got Beacon with us, and Alex will be joining us soon. She's right now undisposed and sitting on the. Yeah, I should probably do the same for the moment. Let's do this.
There we go.
Yeah. Whoop. Let's try and. Does it work like this? Yeah, there you go. Perfectly cornered. What's up? Put my glasses on for a few minutes. So hello everybody, welcome to Doodle and Chill, and check out this little merch that you can get on the website too. Not the Merc T-shirt. So, to me, Savage Dragon means one thing. Was one of my I thought was one of the best and one of my favorite freaking Image comics when they the first founding members when they came out. And I still have the original trade paperback. It's a bit yellow now because I've had it for a freaking long time. And here's the back cover. And that was one of my favorite. And I personally thought that back then, and I'm precising back then, was the best freaking Image comic when they first launched. It was one of the most interesting, original, yet, fun book that was out. Because, and keep in mind, that was like the third book that came out. What's up?
Hey.
Here's Alex.
Hi.
Oh, you want to steal a book?
Yes,
There you go.
give me that.
So you need reference.
I need reference.
And I also have this trade. But I always thought it was a like very funny and entertaining. There was feel of action. The art was good. It was one of my favorite. Like I couldn't wait to get the next issue. Like Youngblood was the first one. It was good. I liked it. Spawn was the second one. I also liked it a lot. Right. Savage Dragon came out. It became my favorite. Shadowhawk came out. Was meh, it was okay. But then you had Wildcats and then Cyberforce. And out of all those funding members, my two top favorite was Savage Dragon and Cyberforce, followed by Wildcats and Youngbloods and stuff like that. Like, but as much as what I like about Youngblood was the fact it was the first like government and a team they had sponsored and stuff like that, right? Savage Dragon was the to me the my favorite because it was the only superhero that was not a superhero. He was a fucking cop. Like he was like obeyed the law, and he would freaking like beat the fuck out of Bedrock when they tried to recruit him for Youngblood, because to him they're all vigilantes, so they're criminals. So to him they should all be cops, and I'm like, that is dope. I really liked it. Now, for the first story arc was pretty awesome when it's the entire Overlord thing. Then after that it was still good. It really got started getting weird when they tried to me personally. They did the Savage Dragon. He stopped being a cop. He was like a super. He became like a super governmental agent from a team or something. Then after that, they threw him into an what's the name of that again? Commandy type of world where he goes into another universe, which it was fun. Then after that, they technically killed him off. His son replaced him, and it got really weird. But I have really fond memories of Savage Dragon, and this is why we're doing this. That was the third book that came out. I have those deluxe edition here that I got for my birthday. Book number one, and those are because the thing is that he likes to do like not nudes but very sexy things sometimes in there. Like to him, they're mature, and those version here are the mature version, so non-censored. So you don't get full frontal nudity or something like that. It's just sexier, and like they had to make him put a black towel over a character because he was cutting and hiding the nipples with the where he cut the panels, type of thing. Like it's so these are the more like the original version that he intended, and so he added some pages also for flow and fixing story, and it's pretty good. I have the second one as well, and I had pre-ordered the third one. Should be coming in soon, and I'm going through them. And dude, I'm not kidding. I remember being in high school and just devouring them. Like I couldn't wait to go to the comic book shop for my Savage Dragon. That was like my main thing was Savage Dragon, Wildcats, Youngblood, Cyberforce. So Cyberforce was my second favorite. I really liked it. To me, it was another original one, even though like people can say that it's kind of like another take of X-Men. But dude, it's a cyberpunkish type of thing, and I love the hell out of it. Same thing with Wildcats. I like the alien aspect of it, but I preferred Cyberforce. But I'm also a big Wildcats fan. But my two top, like I said, was Savage Dragon and Cyberforce. Those were my favorite freaking Image founders from Phase One. And when I mean Phase One, it's the original people that started the books. Even though Wells Patricio was supposed to be one of them, he came out in Phase Two because his sister died, so his book was delayed. So he's going to be part. He was part of Phase Two. Yeah, that was my reminder that the stream. So
Stream.
let me make sure there's no other alarm that's going to come off during the stream. There you go. And
Sam.
I also have this here, which is one of the rare books. It was Image Comics. I don't remember how they called it. So it was like you had a short story from all for four of the original release founding members because you know Wildcats was sold to, but technically went to DC Comics. So in there you have Savage Dragon, Spawn, Cyberforce, Shadowhawk, and in this one you had he showed you part of the origin of Savage Dragon, which spoilers. Like they said in the intro. He appeared. They found him in a burning field, right? And he lost his memory, but he had weird memories of certain like TV things, but he didn't know what happened to him, his name, or big events, right? He thought Bush was the president, and he wasn't. And then you find out that he was technically a big bag space emperor that got betrayed and technically killed, but he didn't die. So they threw him on Earth. They blew his fucking brains out, so he regenerated, and now he's blank slate. So now that I did my little Savage Dragon pseudo intro, I just want to show some pages. I always like that little big panel of like him in the field of flames. It originally started at a point, and then you would go back. Like if you buy the first issue, it starts like midway through the comic now because he kind of took the final page and put him in front in this. But it starts with a big bang.
Mhm.
Hold on, I'm trying to go back to it. Yeah, that page here was the original first page of the book. So now you put a few more pages like to set up, but it starts right with a freaking fight, and I always love his action scenes. But his style down the line, like I said, when it all took a weird turn, it just became something different, and even his style changed. Oh, yeah, okay, so little intro's done.
I'm already done.
Oh, you fuck. You know what that reminds me of? Remember the little, I don't know if you ever read them, but there was a little comic book at the end. It was like a big cartoonish. No, let's catch up to the chat here. So saying, grab your coffee, it's Doodle and Spill. Good one. Hey, Simming Slayer and Co. Oh, I thought it was the Cup cartoon for a second. Yeah, I get it. She's late, takes after Sim.
Yeah.
Oh
Okay, so,
no.
Sugar Chris, you don't get to blame others for being late, dude. So I can hashtag blame Sim for anything and everything. Yeah, that was a thing for a while. Hashtag blame Sim. Sugar Chris, I guess that's how love works. Sim Inksler, he doesn't even look like a dragon. It's Discount Hulk with a shark fin on his head. Wow, has nothing to do with Hulk, but I get it. If you say so.
Hulk is bigger.
Hulk is
Hulk
bigger,
is beefier.
stronger. Partly stupider. Also, if you think about it.
Yeah.
But Savage Dragon, like he doesn't look like a dragon. He looks like a human dragon. Soul has a point. Who is a green dragon? Feng Fan Foom. Yeah, but he's not a human dragon. He's a natural dragon. But you might have a problem when I bring back my bull dragon, which is doesn't even have a fin, and he is the last dragon. Just saying. Follow the next big thing in the Canadian indie comic scene. Not size wide. She's kind of little. LEX Twitter. Yeah, Sugar Chris isn't Fin Fan Foom, the doggy from the Never Ending Story with a green paint job. Yeah, pretty much. How dare you? Fin Fan Foom came out before Never Ending Story. Probably. I binged Den to Den because of you guys, and it was a not experience. Yeah, it is. That's the point. That's what's fun about it. A supernatural teenager romance where most of the time they're trying to get some guy's junk back that was stolen by ghosts. Yeah, but that's the thing. I like the fact that one believes in aliens, and the other one believes in ghosts, but they don't believe in each other in the other thing, right? Then they give themselves a challenge, and they find out that the other one was right, so making them both right. Yeah, and I'll let yeah, if you let me, yeah, that was, yeah. I'll let you. What was it? I'll let you touch my titty if you let me swallow your slung or something like that. That was hilarious. And then you have the alien trying to impregnate the fucking girl. You're like, what the fuck? And then after that, what comes out of it? It's pretty funny. Still haven't read Den the Den. Please tell me. Please tell me too. I've been busy reading weird war tales. Yeah, go read Den the Den, or at least watch the anime guy. Sugar Chris, that dragon has the most stupid name. Yup. Yep, 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 yep. Okay, so why are you drawing that, Alex?
No, just put that there while we're waiting. We're patiently waiting for you this time.
That is a first.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way,
Yeah,
the comic you gave me. How dare you?
I said it before. You weren't there, but it's one of the things. Like, yeah, Bedrock shows up to try and freaking recruit him, and he beats the fuck
Oh,
out of him because he sees superheroes as criminals because they're vigilante, and they
yeah,
should join the cops. So he starts,
yeah,
yeah, they start fighting. But technically, Badrock just attacks him to test him, and he goes, "That's fucking stupid." Then he knocks him out.
yeah.
What's up,
It's
Genuine
like
Comics?
that's the stupidest thing I ever heard.
Yeah, I thought
so,
you'd like it.
so hell no, you're under arrest, and Bedrock is like, man,
I did that. That's the thing that I loved about that comic is it was to me it was so original that he was a cop, and the fact that he removed that after a certain point kind of killed it for me, to be quite
yeah,
honest. And then he gets shipped to another universe. I got back in because everybody was telling me the way it was good, so, and it was good. But then after that, it got real weird. You got a kid. The kid took over. He became bad guy. He died. And now it's about Savage Dragon's son with his little Asian girlfriend or wife that looks like a kid.
damn,
Looks like Sid from Toy Story.
Yeah, and they have kids. I haven't been back to it, but I really still hold the old series pretty fond to my heart. I really, really, really like it. Larson wrote Bad Rock better than anyone at Extreme ever did. Dude, I even liked the Ninja Turtles that he did for a while, and that freaking thing that he published from Eastman and Bisley called Body Count. Dude, that was dope. Fucked up, but dope. If you've never seen that one, go check it out. And they had like I think a 23 issue run at Image Comics, which are pretty expensive and hard to find now. Hopefully, they one day we'll get a trade of it, which I doubt. Which is something that happens when properties go from one universe to another, one comic book company to another. So let's do some Savage Dragon.
yes. Okay,
What?
nothing. I was doodling something different and being silly. Anyways, just a green beefy guy with a fin on his head with no hair.
Mm-hmm.
That's his hair. The fin.
Yep.
The fin.
Yep. And that's the key thing. And one of the nicknames they give him it's Finhead. And he used to call like the his mailing letter fan letter section in the book the Fanatics.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like his entire logo it's just a fin.
It's just the fin. Then why is he called Savage Dragon?
Because he's savage and he looks like a human dragon.
Okay.
and he has nothing to do with dragons. He's just an alien.
Is
Which
he just the? Is he an alien or?
yeah,
Oh,
that's what you
good to
discover in
know.
the origin thing, and that's what he,
Cool.
he used to. He kind of made him come back as the evil guy that he was, and then his son had to freaking kill him.
But
And I thought it was weird that the cop ends up like having a kid and having a relationship because he has other girls, but he decided to give him a relationship with a ex prostitute called Rapture.
bruh,
Yeah, that was one of the things I was like, okay, what the fuck? Like I can understand like making it a little relationship, but sticking with it for a while was kind of like okay. Like I said, I really, really, really liked the original series, especially first probably a few hundred issues. And I haven't been back into it for a while because I was not interested from what I was seeing that he was doing. And to me, it's kind of like hey, Batman's dead. Now you have Robin being Batman. Even that didn't interest me back then in DC, and obviously it didn't interest anybody because it didn't stick. Me, I did like the idea of like, hey, the guy was evil, like an evil alien gets his fucking head blown off. He regenerates, and then he gets a second chance and becomes a hero type of thing. A good guy. And I thought that was a storytelling wise, it's a very good thing. Like nurture versus nature type of thing. Sometimes something happens in your life that will make you go in a different path. Like type of come on. But having him revert to his being evil and then being killed by his son, I thought it was like okay. And his son takes over, and I'm like that did not do it for me. Uh, I stopped the time until Beacon goes back to Seven Legion just out of curiosity. So Seven Legions 3 on Amazon. Yep. I did layouts for the part that me and him are doing.
Yep. And Seven Legions issue 4. Oh, my part of Seven Legions issue 4 is nearly done.
Now I'm gonna have to start working on issue number 5 soon.
Yep. Issue 5 is gonna be really. They're all gonna be really good, but issue 5 I'm looking forward to.
Yeah, please help me out with this one. Make me a little list of the characters with
Okay.
names on the next one. Because sometimes I had to go back to the book trying to find them in the first book that I had.
Yeah. You know what I'm gonna do? What I think I'm gonna do? I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
do like a height chart thing with
Mm-hmm.
just all the characters that are in this issue.
Yeah. Because, there's sometimes where I'm laying out the character. He's like, dude, that was a kid. Like, okay.
Yeah.
That was the name. The name there. Yeah, that was a guy. Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, there's two new characters in there that are gonna be big to the series. They're fun. You got the Spanish knight Rodrigo El Tonto, um, who joined the the Portuguese Jesuits who came to Japan. But
Okay.
and then there's Kyoto Genbu. He's a fake samurai who is kind of a fun character. But you know in Seven Samurai the guy who he has a long sword and he's all crazy,
Mm-hmm.
kind of based on him, but he uses a spear.
I'm dead. I'm so dead.
And yesterday I was talking with little Miss there. She might be doing one of her first covers soon.
Ooh.
Maybe it's an idea.
Yeah, she's the one
I've
that
been
came up to
thinking
me.
about it for a while. Okay. you know, it, 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 there you go.
I'm so used drawing with my tablet that right now I'm on my big U1. I'm forgetting that I cannot resize things with my fingers and move the image with my fingers. It's it feels like when you're drawing when you've been working tradition digital for so long, then you start working on paper again, and then you're trying to resize or control X,
Yeah,
control Z on it, and you're like, God damn it!
yeah. When you're
What's
so
up,
used,
base?
yeah,
Yeah, trying to undo on paper.
yeah,
Oh,
That is
bean,
hilarious when that happens.
oh yeah,
Happened to
bean.
Alex the other day when we were working. She's like, God damn!
Tried to zoom, I tried to undo.
Ellie, is it a Bloodhunt cover? Soul's asking.
You'll only have to wait. No, it definitely is. I don't
Look,
know what to draw.
maybe I could do a cover for one of the Bloodhounds. I'm like, yeah, maybe. Not against the idea.
I am ended.
Will be like a cartoon version of Vincent, unless she tries a different style, which would be funny.
We'll see. Give him like a mop or something.
Chicago Cop. No, I think I'd do a. I'm liking my Savage Dragon. Let's try this.
Here it is.
Let's fix it. Oh, let's do this.
No.
I'm saying check out the pre-launch page of the Drawing Aces comic group Anthology Number 1 launching on July 31st. Yep. Because Edwin said, Soul says Edwin Acevedo looks good. Who did the cover? I think that's Alan Alonso. Acevedo, not surprised, is very good. Okay, I missed that answer there. Just swipe the cover of X-Men number 12 and add Vincent to it.
I'll take that advice.
I seem to be missing some messages sometimes. On let me go check on the channel. Okay. Yeah. Sometimes there's messages that don't work. Like I didn't like Al Comics did the cover. Yeah, Alan Alonso. It didn't show up in my thing. But yeah, that's weird. Yeah, go sign up to his anthology book. And don't forget to go back Hellzone and sign up for either on Indiegogo or Kickstarter. There's only 1 day left for a Kickstarter. And sign up for, technically, sign up on the InkSlayerEntertainment.com website and sign up for the Blood Hunt 2 on Indiegogo. Still debating if I'll be doing a Kickstarter for it. Maybe I will. Maybe I need to keep going to build a following over there. Okay, so coming back to my drawing. Stop keeping my comments in. Like it's me, god damn it. And Soul going Hellzone Kickstarter by 1 day left Calimari and Sim. Or Hellzone by Dan the Den Calimari on Indiegogo. It's yeah, because Hellzone it's an idea. It was like technically the original idea was by Aaron and me, and then I was left to finish it off. So it's plotted by me and I think that's that's the term. It's plotted by me and Calimari and written by me. I think that's the proper term. But in the credit, I wrote original idea by Aaron Calimari and Sim, written illustrated by me, colors by me, and flatted color assist or flatting by Little Miss here. Still have to figure out what name we're gonna put there because she has like 3 different names that she goes by on social media. Or if we put our real name, I don't know. We'll figure it out. Yeah. It was fun going through Savage Dragon again, especially when I got those deluxe edition there, and it was the entire inspiration behind it was we did the like my way of thinking is we were doing the I was trying to do like an indie some of the top indie comics that made it big. So we did Ninja Turtles, we did Invincible, we did and then I got those Savage Dragon. I'm like, oh, is there some? You know what? Let's do an Image series. So here we are. And right now, let's go check on their on everybody's drawing.
Yep.
Here's my first one right now. How was that freaking cop show with the guy with the glasses all the time? CSI Miami, CSI something. This is Savage Dragon, CSI Dragon. I think I did the hand a bit too big here. It's a shot with his classic, shades. Like I said, dude, I really love this freaking character, and not so much how I ended up, but I'm pretty sure. From what I was seeing, the cells are not as good as they used to be, and pretty sure I know why. You kill your main character. I don't know if he's a cop though. That would be kind of cool though. But you make your main character that everybody like into a really bad guy, and you kill him off. I'm like, well, that's not gonna help. That's not gonna help your cells. Pretty sure.
Yeah.
Like you could have done it more, iconically. Like he dies protecting his son or something. That's why his son takes over. Like would have been. There's a way better way of just like fucking over your main character. You could say.
Yeah.
I'm doing all of this by memory. I'm not even looking at nothing. So okay, now let's go see Beacon for a few seconds. Boom.
All right. Old Savage Dragon resting the new Savage Dragon. And you'll see why.
Yes.
You'll see why when I'm done.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Son, you've been a bad boy.
Yup.
But I'm really just a 16-year-old in an adult body.
Boy.
I wouldn't be surprised. That's one of the things he's doing. I don't know. Like I said, like if you look at the new thing, that's why I was like, yeah, you know what? No, not really. Like I might eventually try it out, like just buying a trade or something. From what I've been seeing,
Just no.
yeah. You'll see. You go on Google and check out Savage Dragon new comics, and you'll see some of the covers that
Yeah, no, I saw some of them. I saw
His
some
wife
of
looks
them
like a
anyways.
young kid, and
Yep.
Yep.
and it was like David Caruso. Yeah, that's it. That's it. That was CSI Miami, right? Or was that CSI LA? I don't know. I think it was Miami. Simmons Slayer. I have a friend who is a huge Image comic fan. His three favorite comics ever are Spawn, The Darkness, and Hellboy. The Darkness is on my top list too, except I'm talking about Phase 1. And Darkness after that, dude, I freaking love Darkness. I have the full collection. Hellboy is freaking insane, but it's not Image. It's always been published at Dark Horse by Mike Mignola. I have the full collection as well. So I sent him a pic of this Doodle and Chill. The Doodle one of that is on here. Okay. Hey, Lunch Troll, what's up? Welcome to the stream, buddy. Maybe a Hellboy episode can be thrown in after the Image shows. Yeah. Will do. I think we did one a while back, but I'll do another one. That's for sure. It is in my plan to go over all of that stuff. There's decency laws in the Savage Dragon universe. He's going to jail for everything in the recent Savage Dragon books. Yeah, pretty much.
Kind of, yeah. Something like that.
If there's a Hellboy episode, I request someone draw Lobster Johnson. Probably will. I really like that character. I know that Hellboy is not Image. That's why I wrote his favorite comics ever and not his favorite Image comics. Okay,
Oh, specifics. Specifics.
but yeah, Hellboy is also one of my favorite comics ever. I love the ambience. I love everything from it. Like I like the fact that it was coming out at the same time as Sin City and Monkey Man and O'Brien, which I also loved a lot. Too bad he never continued. Okay, so now let's go see Alex's.
Hello. I'm drawing very roughly because I didn't know how to draw. I even got a DM from Mint. It's like, you're having trouble drawing this guy. I'm like,
That's the thing. That's the thing about doing Doodle and Chill. It's like we're practicing the finish not perfect, and sometimes we're really out of our comfort zone. And sometimes we don't
yeah,
know the character. Sometimes we do,
yeah.
and sometimes we
But
challenge each other. That's why I gave her shit the other day from because she was at her mom and she missed the Darkwing Duck. I'm like, dude, I technically picked that one for you. You know, like not I'm a big Darkwing Duck fan. I'm pretty sure Beacon likes him too. I'm not sure though.
Yeah, I liked it when I was a kid.
Yeah, that's the thing. But I knew that it was totally up her alley.
Yeah.
You get it, alley?
bruh. I
Like she
yeah,
has a very cartoon style, and she's really comfortable with that. And yeah, like I said, it's also one of the things that soon it's a progress thing, and soon we'll be doing a bit more animation together too.
just this.
I just say that a while back when we started this, we made ourselves a little working plan on how we're going to do things, and that's what we're doing. So very soon we're going to start teaching her more about animation, figure out which program we're going to
Animation
use too. Because I like Clip Studio, it is a cool one to use, but it's
has its
uh,
problems.
yes, exactly. Like one of the things about animation is to be able to do like some copy paste sometimes to save time, for movement and stuff like that, and it
Yeah,
doesn't make it easy with this one.
you have to find the right
Yeah,
program, really.
and something that's not like super expensive because I have to buy it twice.
Yeah.
So I've been checking into pencil. What's his name? Grease Pencil soon. I haven't had time to play with it on Blender, so we can use like do some 2D animation and use some 3D reference sometimes to kind of like make it easier for certain things, environments or stuff like that. So we can have a quick reference and draw them in space, which is what's freaking awesome about that program, to be quite honest. Because the it's Blender, and Blender has succeeded in being all the 3D programs in one. So you can model, animate, and sculpt. So it's kind of like ZBrush mixed with all the other freaking 3D programs, right? But they also put a 2D animation there that you can draw on, like a 2D animation that you can draw in 3D environments. So you can also draw on 3D models. I was like, dude, Blender's taking over. For me, starting a new drawing now, because that's how I am.
That's how you are. You start a new little drawing.
Okay, specifics. Sim, I have some relationships with the first Hellboy movie that I have with the Spawn movie. When it comes out, I had a few gripes in both movies. The big monster looking lackluster. Yeah, that's the thing. Dude, I love the two Hellboy movies. I have my little gripes with it, especially the second one. They took some liberties. I don't like the fact that that they're in a relationship when they never had one. Those two characters, and now they're gonna have kids. I was like, what the fuck? But I did like the fact that he was trying to do his own thing. But I think it's one of the reason him and Mignola went apart because he was not happy about it. I think. Like the Spawn thing. The Spawn was a good movie, but in a way, it did lack it. Hell was shit. and it was very limited by small budget. And it's a mixed layer, but I learned to like them both for what they are over the years. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Ellie, and even the second one's pretty dope. I like when they go to the what is it again? How do they call it? Not ogre. They call the fucking market, the troll market. That was pretty fun. Ellie going with a bit of an anime-ish face. I like it. Yeah, that's the idea. Her style comes from that. It's like one of those anime-ish manga, even though she doesn't read that many manga.
No, I'm pretty. I it the mm,
But people are liking it, so keep
mm,
working at it. See, the
yeah.
Savage Dragon looks anime. Savage Dragon, the romance visual novel.
I'm gonna paint it as such. Just beautiful. It's like you're under arrest.
And here's I'm starting. Here the one I'm starting. The other one,
Ooh.
and this is more up my alley. What I like about it and what I like to do. So,
Yeah, you have a specific style too. It's just
mm-hmm.
yeah,
It took me a freaking long time to get it, and it's one of the biggest thing and biggest compliment I liked of getting is I have my own style. It took me a freaking while, cause and yeah, I don't I as I said that's the biggest compliment. Like even when I went on Brinks over there, it was like you have a very peculiar style. Like we know it's you. I'm like, thank you. It's so like to me, it's so important to me in a way. Like I don't want to look or have a style that you could go like, oh, that reminds me too much. That's a lot of this or that, or like you have a lot of artists that you can't make a difference between him and others that came before him. No, I
yeah,
really wanted like I can draw from real life. I can like it's one of the things. A lot of people think that I can only draw this, right? And one of my friends a while back, remember Delphine? She was like, oh, I'd like to see if you can do other things. So I drew a freaking Venice de Milo drawing. I drew David. I did this. I did cartoon. I did Asterix and Obelix. And she's just like, you can just draw anything. Yeah. So why do you doing this? Because that's what I like. It's my style. You know,
yeah.
it's a mix of everything I ever love, and I put that as my art style. So obviously, you're going to see a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Like I remember being in university, and one of the teachers was like, "Oh, some of your drawings remind me of Jeffrey Scott Campbell. Are you taking no? Dude, we have the same influences." One of my biggest influences in my art style is freaking Art Adams. So
Mm,
like, if you want to compare it to people that only know American comics, imagine like my style is a mix of like maybe John Byrne, Jim Lee, mixed with Mark Silvestri and Art Adams. Because I thought that Jim Lee and the other ones were a bit too stiff, not enough roundness. So putting that into this with Art Adams, which was one of my first artists that I fucking love his shit. When I love Longshot, when I read Longshot, dude, like it's the same thing. What I like Waltz with Tissue, everything is more organic. I really, really, really love it. It's one of the things I try to bring in my art style. Yeah, those big, powerful anime-ish type of influence, but still having it like a bit organic in a way. Hmm. When we do these doodle and chill, sometimes you're doing quick, you're not thinking things through. So sometimes I look at the drawings and I'm like, oh, everything's they're stiff,
Hmm.
but we're doing quick drawings. So.
Yep.
Uh, uh, you're under arrest, nanny, nanny,
Nani?
Nani?
nanny.
Nani?
Sam, I like the fangs on this picture. Thank you.
Yes, it's like so good.
Dude, I
It's
can't
so
wait. I
pretty.
can't wait to get back to my dragon character. To be quite honest, it's one of the things that a lot of people that knew me for a long time can't wait for me to go back because he was my first baby, and his name was the Wolf Dragon. Quick pitch. The last dragon, born in human form, raised by an immortal knight, now it has to face the return of the demon king.
Yes.
And that little world that you see in Bloodhunt that a lot of people like, that environment, the world of behind the veil, where all type of creatures are living among us, but humans are not seeing it. That's from Wolf Dragon. Well, there's little things that I put in Bloodhunt that it's you know from the Wolf Dragon, because it's the way I see things. That a world would be if we had supernatural and magical beings in here living among us. They would have to be a spell that we don't see them. So if there's a gargoyle walking around among us, we don't see his wing. We see him as a human being, unless you get too exposed or change or something like that. So that's why it's one of my favorite scenes in Bloodhound, when he gets Stern and he's walking around and there's like flashes of people like, what? The bum in the street. For a second, he sees him as a gargoyle. And right now, I have like three stories that I wrote for freaking Bloodhunt. Well, technically two, but I say three because I split one and two, which is the one that I'm doing right now. And it's also one of my favorite things that I like about Savage Dragon is that he had those freaking fangs.
The fangs. Beefy arms. Beef.
But
Oh,
it's one of the things that me and Alex used to joke around before, and I told her that she's getting better at it. She had trouble before drawing manly guys. Like every time she would try and draw a manly guy, they were like very, very, very feminine looking type of thing.
I like drawing twinks. Leave me alone.
And you see things I haven't seen him join. He's just there waiting. But we have Scotsman in the back right there. If I click here, look at him. What's up?
God.
With his retro style gaming background, looks like we're in like was it was Kung Fury type of things,
We
traveling
need
back
some
in time.
synth wave music. Hello.
Hello. How you doing?
Just checking out what's going on here.
Mm-hmm.
We're doodling. What do you think?
Some Savage Dragon.
You grab a paper and doodle.
Join us.
Join us.
I have a loathing for Eric Larson, so it's like
but this is not about Eric Larson. This is about Savage Dragon.
I understand.
Yeah,
you and I have had this conversation before.
Yeah, last stream.
Yeah. When you said it, next week we do Savage Dragon, I was like,
Savage Dragon.
Okay.
Right.
Dragon Man is Fantastic Four. Okay, Fang Phone is a picture. Okay. Beacon is probably already back to 7 Legions, but I can't tell.
Oh, I wanted to ask a question.
What?
I wanted to ask specifically Beacon how he got his style.
I don't really know. It just sort of adapted over time. I used to draw like pretty realistic, um, but like I did it without like any sort of like structure, like any sort of like
Yeah.
planning or anything. So they came out pretty decent. Like the faces came out amazing, but then the body sort of sucked.
Oh.
I'll have to see if I
Oh.
can track down some of those old drawings, but yeah, it just sort of develops over time, I guess. I don't even really realize I have a style actually.
Well, everybody does have a certain style. Sometimes
Yeah,
it kind of looks more like another kind of style, or either comic bookish like Sim, or cartoony as I am, or anime-ish as yours looks. I
yeah.
mean, mine does look more anime-ish, but it's between anime and like cartoon. It is really between those two.
See, like my style on Seven Legions, I'm sort of trying to have it grow up with the character. So like
Yeah.
in issue 3, it was way more cartoony. Like the noses had like that more like triangular anime nose, and now they've got like different types of noses.
Oh yes.
And I was initially going to go for like a more like Ninja Scroll style, but it sort of became a blend.
Yeah, and that's what creates your little style.
Yeah.
It's very, very fun. Yes, we got another. We recruited another. Yes,
Do what? Oh,
look.
okay. Rarity. Okay, she needs to draw manly. Why draw a small Hulk with a fin when you can draw dwarves with jetpacks?
Exactly. Yes.
She needs to draw manly men. I can model and flex. She said, yeah, she said she likes to draw twinks, so you're perfect, sugar. So saying rarities like Wolf Dragon and Demona can be found on Sim's Patreon. Yeah. Uh-huh. There's the first 5 pages of Demona, and she's linked to Wolf Dragon. In that universe, in the beginning, her first name was called the Dragoness. And you find out a
Dragon.
little bit behind that story that I did in that 5 pager. And that I did that what 2021 I think it was, Scotsman Beacon, when I did Demona
Uh,
for Rocket number 1. Remember that big demon thing page? I think that was like 2020, right?
Something like that.
something like that.
Yeah. And that was part of the magazine Rocket number 1. And I tried to get people excited and hyped to go sub to my Patreon, but I didn't pick up that many, so I kind of just published the first 5 pages there and then in the magazine. But if you're one of my Patreon, you do get a early glimpse of a lot of shit. Like Soul there got to see the first pages of Hellzone way ahead of everybody. Doodle something awful about Larson. I think I think that's what Beacon's working on right now. You know what?
Yep. Yep. Something like that.
Something like that.
Yep.
That's exactly what Sim sometimes sounds to me like with a French accent.
Really? Wow.
I do not sound anything like that.
Sacre bleu!
No.
So I guess the consensus in the chat is I nailed it.
You can just doodle twinks like Alex.
Yes. Doodle all the twigs.
Consider Kino would probably call them girly man. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sugar
I
Chris,
can't
true.
deny.
Why is my shit lagging?
So it's like maybe that's why I feel I know all about Sim's book before they come out.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you get early access to a lot of stuff that I don't share, and sometimes even stuff that I never share on media.
Pinhead. Yippee.
So, fun fact that I mentioned before and I forgot to mention during the stream. Savage Dragon and Darkwing Duck have something in common. Do you guys know what it is? And you're not allowed to say Beacon.
I have no idea.
Well, they have the same voice actor.
Ah,
The guy that voiced the Darkwing Duck also voiced Savage Dragon. His name is Jim Cummings. He's a famous voice actor.
oh, that's cool.
Remember watching the cartoon? Go, I know that fucking voice.
You know it.
You kind of want to go like, come on, let's Savage Dragon, say let's get dangerous. I'm pretty sure I'm right.
That's dangerous.
But Savage Dragon and Wildcats are the only two that actually were successful. They actually successfully got their cartoon made. Cyberforce was supposed to get one, Youngblood too, but they never happened. And I have to
Nice.
admit,
Spawn.
yeah, Spawn. Spawn's a bit different, but yeah, I get what you mean. Spawn was produced by company by Tom McFarlane. But yeah, you are right. It got its cartoon in a way.
Yep.
Which was better than the other ones, to be quite honest, because he actually produced them, so it was still like in tones with the comics and not made for kids.
Yeah.
So you're right. But the reason why I was saying it that way is because we got a contract from another company. You're right.
Yep. You started to sound like a adult from Peanuts.
Again. Okay. Try this.
What? We're all at a Chex party mix.
Is this better?
Yep.
Okay. This dude that his shirt got ripped here. He still has the tie on. His shirt's open, ripped, but the tie is still on. There we go. Like I was saying before, I had really fun memories reading them again, and it reminded me why I couldn't wait. It was my favorite Image comic book.
Sometimes you just got to work on your hand poses. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Yes.
Sometimes you got to work on your hand poses.
Mm-hmm.
Hands.
Are you using that to pick your nose?
No, I'm just trying to get the perspective just right.
Mm-hmm.
Hands are so full of gesture. You know what I mean? Sometimes you just gotta get them just right.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Sometimes, you know what's the funny thing is people get those, what you have, right? Even though you have, your own hand.
Yeah.
Double of them.
That's for people that have no imagination.
Exactly.
They can't visualize things in their head. Yeah. It's like I can just go like this and create a new layer, right? And go like, hey, look at this.
There it is. Beautiful.
fingernails included.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, one of the tricks that some people it's one of the best things that I've seen from McFarlane a long time ago. There's a lot of people show you how to do those fingers and shit like that, but I like the fact that he used the peanut idea. So one peanut, two peanut,
Peanut.
and then half the peanut, and then you have a finger. then,
Ta-da!
and then you
Oh,
attach
look
it to
at
the hand.
that.
And one of the biggest mistake that people think is that they think the top hand is just a straight line. Well, in
No.
reality, you have the two knuckles, the two first knuckles, like those here. They go like this. Then that one, those two goes down like this. So it's more like. Then you have the first part of the hand. Then you have. So if I wanted to do a reverse hand, you have thumb. And then you raise the knuckles and you just flip it. But no matter how good you can draw hands and you know how to draw hands, there's always some moments where you don't feel like it. It kind of doesn't work. Like it's one of the things about drawing is that sometimes you've drawn the same thing so many fucking times, so many times that
There
for
you
some
go.
reason you forget it when you're drawing. It's kind of like, dude, why can't I freaking do it? I've done this so many times. It just happens. Then I pull a paper on the side and I start drawing hands.
Thank you,
A-
so.
AI sitting there like, I feel you, bro.
Maybe that's why I feel I know. Okay, he does share a lot. Scotsman TV, are you big into Savage Dragon like the French guy, or more of a casual enjoyer?
Not into Savage Dragon, even a percent.
Not
Didn't
even
even
a
like it in the
percent.
beginning.
No. Before I even knew anything about Eric Larson, I didn't really care for the character.
For a second, I thought he was pulling up a milkshake or a sundae. Yeah. Fellow
Milkshake.
future hand model superstar LEX on Twitter. And one of the things I remember that really got my attention when I was reading freaking Savage Dragon, the original series, is right there in the first issue. They introduce you to Super Patriot and Mighty Man, and they both got murdered.
So the way Sim writes comics. This is going to be an important guy.
And
He's
it's
dead
a-
the next page. He's dead the next page.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's the George R.R. Martin of indie comics.
But dude, it's something that I've learned a long time ago. It's to play with people in storytelling, and it's very important. So sometimes you can have a design that you think the character is going to stick around, but he dies. And then sometimes you're going to see a blank character, and you think he's going to die, but he's not. That's what storytelling is all about.
Deceiving? Yeah. Basically.
Because otherwise, you're just doing everything similar and everything's the same. Like it's one of the things I was telling Beacon about, like not getting into spoilers or anything about Hellzone. He goes, "Oh, I thought this." I'm like, I did think about it when I first started working on the story, but I thought it would be too easy.
Yeah.
And I think that it works in the favor of the story that I didn't.
Yep.
So back to the first sketch I did.
There you go.
There you go. Let's go over everything again. So here's my first sketch of Savage Dragon. with a CSI pose. Then I did this one, which more in my area, and I like it. Very rough, but very dynamic though. And then we
It's
have
beautiful.
Alex here
He
with
still haven't wrote his words.
with anime and sensitive dragon. He's about to he's about to share some of his feelings.
It's like, I'm sorry to do this to you, babe, but you're under arrest.
Arrest, brah. You're under arrest,
Bruh.
brah. He's the millennial version of fucking dragon.
Yes.
You're about to be arrested, brah.
Yeah.
Here's Beacon there, dude.
I'm not going to scroll down.
Hold on. Go back to how it was, because that didn't look good. That looks
Oh yeah, that looks bad. That looks bad.
Mhm.
But as you can see, they're not touching. They're not touching. Okay,
They're not touching.
They are not.
that actually like the
That looks bad. But
That's
It's my
look like
no-no
the
square.
that kind of like the issue that we had with the newest Savage Dragon thing.
yeah.
Very sexualized. Yeah, here's the incest in Savage Dragon. That was fucked up.
No,
Dude,
it's considered self-cist.
He's kind of doing like, dude, that's the wrong hole.
Yeah,
Yo.
they're not doing anything. That's where they are. So,
we're just joking here, okay?
but I can't show what's in the corner because that's a spoiler for the joke at the end.
Fair enough.
Not yet. Not yet, guys. Not yet.
Yep, not
And
yet.
this is what Scotsman's on now.
Hell yeah.
He's just starting.
Yes, but he's doing wonderful.
Want me to give you a little pointer? Quickly? Or you just want me to shut up and let you go?
Whatever you want to do.
It's just the pose. I know what you're going for. Maybe you should just arc his back a bit more. Like...
Okay, a little more.
Because you're the one that tells me to tell you, and stuff like this. But like this, like more of a arc back. Now you get my drift
Like that?
for pose wise. Because right now it's like he would fall forward. So you can technically just select your top part and just pivot it a bit backwards. But
Yeah,
it's just a little
like
thing.
this?
If you see it, yeah. Pivot it a bit backward. It will help a lot.
Pivot it backward?
Yeah,
Like set him up straighter?
maybe. Yeah.
Oh, no, he looks gay. He's like,
Literally
Yeah, but-
say that.
I'm gonna shoot you now.
Yeah, but that's the thing is, hold on.
Bang,
My
bang,
point is
bats.
this. My point is this. Okay, what you're doing right now is hip, right? And then you're already like this. What I would do with their spine, right? What I would
Mhm.
do is, which would be more like, but that's just a little something.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Then it's just this here instead of just like being like this, just arc him more on the back like this. Then you can, and it'll look more like he's standing, like straight in a way. More.
Well, he's kneeling.
Yeah, but you get my drift. Because right now he looks
Yeah,
more
yeah.
like he's gonna. It's just a little posing thing.
You should draw him kneeling on his son's neck.
Mm. And then it's like the caption is "I can't breathe."
No, it's more like you're saying what?
Oh God.
Oh, it's something that I learned a while back because it's something that I used to do a mistake to. It's It's all about curves, right?
All about curves. The sexy curves.
It's a figure, a dynamic figure drawing that I learned from what was his name? Augert. 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 I need to find the book. Man. Should be right down the show.
You're muffled.
Bern Hogarth. Yeah.
Bern Hogarth.
Hogarth. Yeah. Where's the book? Yeah, right there. Yeah, Bern Hogarth. Dynamic figure drawings. I'll go get it. That book. That book and the Animator's Guide changed my drawing life in a way. Oh, we lost Scotsman for a second.
He's
Yeah,
back. He was getting it.
you have the same one. Yeah,
Hell
You
yeah.
mean this
I-
book?
yeah. I hear the one I have too. See,
Sam, can I steal that book?
of course you can, but not still. You can borrow it.
Yeah, Bern was
Bern's a legend.
probably the best at.
Yep. Him. Another book that I liked a lot was Bart Sears. Hold on. I have it there too. I think. Hold on. Where is it? How to draw dynamic pages or something like that. For some reason, I don't find it. It's not here. It's a bitch. Where is it? I think it was his Brute and Babe thing, and he had like dynamic splash page. Oh, there you go. This is another one that I like. Was Drawing Power. There you go. Volume 1, the splash page. This is another one that taught me a lot. Big Bart Sears fan. Okay, so photo feature and model. That's cool. Scotsman TV. That and Alf cameo. His eyes shouldn't go that far down. Is he checking out the ass? I don't know. He was aiming. Some person. Hello, Sim Slayer, Ellie Beacon, and other Beacon.
What?
That's Scotsman because you're another ginger with a beard. Other Beacon. Hey, some person. Twin Ginger, double impact.
I think that was a Jean-Claude Van Damme movie from the 90s.
Yeah, double impact.
Oh, no, Twin Ginger.
No, double impact.
Wee.
I just wanted to, he wants to know why we're leaving. I know, but what time are we leaving?
Why are you yelling, woman?
Because she's inside the closed door. Sorry.
Eating burgers on the grill.
And am I doing Tepon tonight?
Service. So, service is on Sunday, which is 5 o'clock. So this is just different. So the other one's service. So,
Yeah.
but it's not going to start before.
Arm brun.
Yeah. So,
Little more.
out the door right.
Brun's. There you go.
And am I doing Tepon tonight? Okay.
I thought you were just talking about wieners.
No, other people were.
Oh, you want to make stuff on make
Mm-hmm.
I can't get stuff though until after I get back.
Sure.
She liked my idea of burgers.
Where are you guys going?
Chris's kids.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
reunion.
Gotcha.
So we're going to that, and then afterwards we're going to his house for a little Shindig.
Gotcha.
Haley, we're leaving at 12:45. I'm gonna go to the ATM and
Why are you making chipmunk sounds?
That's her voice. She is a chipmunk.
It's a sound I would imagine a chipmunk would make if it found an acorn like lodged in a tree. Like, oh my god, it's amazing.
It's amazing.
Lunch.
It's amazeballs.
No, I'm just giggling because
Probably your friend sending her messages on private DMs.
no, I'm doing something stupid. That's what I'm doing.
Okay. Yeah, you're erasing your line work. What the hell?
No, I'm not doing that. So that's less intense.
A little more detailed sketch here. Trying to clean it up a little bit. Now let's go to the other one.
All right, I'm done.
You're
Are you?
done?
Yeah.
And Scotsman's going, look at my junk. Look at my junk. Look at my junk.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Is that his wife with a shaved head?
That is Sid from Toy Story
Oh my goodness.
saying, I thought he was Maxine, okay?
Oh.
That's her name in the comic?
Yeah, his girlfriend or wife or whatever that looks like Sid
Okay.
from Toy Story.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Okay.
Oh
I
my
didn't
god.
even know that.
so yeah, that's done.
What was the name of the fucking kid in Toy Story?
Sid.
No, the other one.
Andy.
Andy. Okay. Like, it would be funny if it was Max. So Beacon's about to go back to Seven Legions.
Yep.
Yep, literally he's done, so he's going.
Yep. There's just one more thing I have. One more search. Yeah. Speech bubble
English.
I gotta add.
Feels weird to be working on my big tablet again.
I'm going to the ATM and get a car wash. Do you want me to bring you back anything for food?
Sure.
I bought a burrito from Taco Bell. Isn't that where you used to pick up your burrito, right? And you used to come back from work?
Sometimes.
Never tried the burrito. I only been to Taco Bell once. I was not a big fan. Ellie Savage Dragon is getting more and more fabulous.
Fabulous.
Beacon props were really going detailed this week. Yeah. He took his time on this one. Like, he had a message to pass, I think.
Yep. Just
and he had that Toy Story joke in his head for since day one.
Yeah, since I found out we were doing this one. I think I nailed his look.
Mm-hmm. He looked traumatized too, so yeah.
Yeah.
Bruh.
He made me into a girl.
He was going to. I'll say that. He was going to.
All right, that just reminded me of that freaking episode of Rick and Morty. There's an episode where the boyfriend of freaking Things realizing that his brother made him feel like a girl. I was like, God damn, that's getting dark.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much the feeling when you have the new Savage Dragon. You're like, God damn, that's getting dark.
Yeah.
But I stick to my gun. I really liked the freaking for the beginning of it. I was a big fan. So especially that first big arc with Overlord, that was dope as fuck. You know, compared to how can I say? Compared to other Image comics, like they set up a big freaking badass villain, that in the background, and then he comes back and he's like, meh. Wow, Savage Dragon, when Overlord comes in, fuck, he's evil. He's fucked up. Like he really succeeded. He really succeeded into making a super villain. You know what I mean? Super criminal.
And he said toe rings. I want toe rings.
Oh, he's fabulous, and he has the what they call it again?
The what?
Ah, fuck. What's the name of it again, Scotsman? With all the purple and stuff like that.
You looking fabulous.
I forgot what was the name of it.
What are you thinking of? The gay aura? I don't know.
No, it's not gay rendering. It's when it's all like purples and very like rainbow type of colors in the background.
Romantic lens or whatever. I
No,
don't know.
the expression is not coming.
The bisexual lighting.
There you go. Thank you.
You're under.
I'm dead.
I'm taking you to jail.
Bruh.
You've been naughty.
And he has that little weird smirk with the open mouth there, but no fang. The fangs are not there. Like
I'll put the fangs, okay.
I'll be nice.
It will make it even worse.
I won't bite.
Oh God.
Hard. Oh, and the funny thing that me and Beacon realized, that explains how good friends, like you just saw right now. You got himself a new phone.
Yep, with a new case.
With his new case, and he's all like, "Look, I got myself a new case," and stuff. I'm like, "Oh, really? That's funny." Because look at my case.
Exact same.
We have the exact same freaking phone
Oh
case.
my goodness.
The same freaking color. Like, I'm not freaking kidding. Green metal.
Yeah. And it's funny because, I just picked the first one. I was like, picked the first link on Amazon. I was like, yeah, it looks good. It's got the little pull-out stand there.
Yep. And I like the fact that he had that little protector there for the camera kind of thing. And I like the fact that it looks like techno type of thing.
Yeah, and I was like, I think green. Yeah.
Yeah, and we ended up having the same fucking case. Like, no wonder we're such good friends.
We both picked the cheapest and neatest looking case. And I remember when I got the phone, the guy that was like, we got phone cases and screen protectors for $60. Like, I
nah.
don't think I'm gonna go with that one. I got it for like 6, I think.
Really?
Yeah, something like that.
Okay. I need. It needs lots of glitter, Alex.
Okay. I'll put more glitter or something. I'm
More like
figuring it
Magic
out.
Mike as Savage Dragon.
Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
my goodness.
Put one of those disco balls in the background.
Yes. I'm just having fun with this.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna just do
Okay, so we just got an email. She's gonna be the new artist of Savage Dragon.
it.
It's
Oh
taking a
my.
new direction.
It's beautiful. Oh my goodness. Give a little twinkle in his eye. There we go. But nah.
Oh, that little sparkle in his eye. He should do that on his teeth too.
No, better teeth. There you
Oh,
go.
it's true. I forgot we had
Ba-ding.
there's a brush for that in Clip Studio. I forgot about it. Where the fuck is it?
I'm not in Club Studio, but
No, you're
yes,
not.
that is true.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not.
You're using Krita?
Nope.
What?
Look at what?
It's not Clip and Krita. What the fuck are you using?
It's a
using
program that is
Autodesk.
in the. It's a program that is already in the tablet called Sketchbook, whatever. I do it for the random sketches.
Oh, Sketchbook Pro. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
Sketchbook Pro.
installed it a while back. Yeah.
Ta-da.
Channing Tatum would be a better Savage Dragon than Gambit.
He was a pretty good Gambit though. He
I
was
like
there.
him as Gambit.
Yeah, he was
But
awesome.
he was fucking dope. Okay, Zach, his Cajun accent was really hard to understand. Like he went a bit too far on it, but
But I think that was the
Oh
purpose.
boy, I'm about to make a name for myself.
like when he's no, but when he speaks English, yeah, but when he tries to speak the French part,
Oh, okay.
it's not French. Like it's very like jargon type of thing.
Yeah, it's Creole.
Yeah, it's Creole, but dude, even Creole, when the French words come out, they sound French. Get my point?
See, you can't
got
even
your-
just say Creole. You gotta go Creole.
You got your
Yeah.
fancy French pronunciations there.
Ah, moi, je n'ai toute la calice de marde.
It's
What?
Creole, okay?
It's not my
It's
fault you guys don't know how to
Creole.
pronounce a fucking R after a C, you cunts.
It's Crayola. That's how I pronounce it. every time.
Crayola.
Crayola.
Yeah, it's very colorful.
Yes. Very colorful. Very demure. Very, I don't know.
More fashion, more fun, more fashion, more Creole.
So, you know, we did the little setup, and for once, everybody waited till I was done with the intro before starting drawing. So you could say that we all did our drawings for like within like an hour 15 minutes about.
I felt like I was going to fall asleep waiting for you to start.
God damn. And the guy had his lunch before this. Like, god damn.
Yeah.
So here's my Savage Dragon number 2, Savage Dragon number 1. See, this is how you do a manly shot like you did, Alex.
Yeah. And here's my manly shot. Oh shit. I'm done.
Yeah,
I'm so
mine
done.
is
I can't.
mine is manly. Yours is
Yours
manly.
is-
Yours is
Here-
manly man.
Medley,
Hers is
medley,
beefcake.
man. Beefcake.
Let's
So-
get it on.
Let's see if Beacon's gonna show his one last time. Yep, there you go.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
You're going on the registry, son. I thought he was Maxine, okay?
That is such a bad.
And then you have
so
Scotsman
bad.
working on his.
Oh yes. He looks bad.
It kind of reminds me, like, you know that meme image of Omni Man where he's like squatting.
That's right.
In the next frame, he rips his shirt to music. Yeah. So going a French guy can tell if it's not real French. I can tell too because it doesn't make my skin crawl.
What?
But that said, he was great as fucking Gambit.
Yeah.
I see
even
what
the-
I
e-
loved.
even in the cartoon, like when in all the cartoons of X-Men and stuff like that, even their Gambit had more of a French. Sounds more French because that's the thing. He's bilingual, right? The one that Adams did is he just speaks Creole. So that's the
I
thing. You
mean-
needed to have a bit more French words or sentence in there. But when he does the shared, it does work. But he's great as freaking Gambit.
Well, his catchword is mon ami,
Mm-hmm.
but he didn't know any of those fucking people yet, so you couldn't really call him that.
Which reminds me of the in the Deadpool game, the Mr. Sinister clones of Gambit, where like the suicide bomber characters.
Mm-hmm.
They always run up to you like, Mon ami, mon ami, mon ami.
Dude, that freaking video game was
Oh yeah.
awesome. And when you get that dubstep there, and the fact that Renault brought that joke of the dubstep in his fucking movies.
Yeah.
Dubstep's amazing. And even the gun made like a dubstep type of sound. It was funny as hell.
Yeah.
Is there still dubstep in the future? Dubstep is dead. No. I remember like the entire ad for the video game was the fucking dubstep fucking song. Oh yeah.
All right, did I at least get the manga style to come out a little bit? A little bit.
A little
Yeah.
bit.
Little bit.
I think his jaw needs to be bigger.
It's beautiful. It's fabulous. It's amazing. Pew, pew,
There we go.
pew,
A little stronger jaw.
pew, pew. Pew.
On that second sketch, I forgot to separate on those sketches. I forgot to separate the layout to the actual drawing. A lot more cleaning to do.
Pew.
Does he have ears?
Yep.
Yes,
Oh yeah, he does have ears.
I forgot about that until
Well, because
like
the reference I was looking at didn't show his. Oh yeah, I guess they are. They're really tiny though. This reference.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, tiny
Okay,
small.
something doesn't feel right here.
There you go. I added more. I should really stop. I
Let me go see.
should really.
Shots.
I should really stop.
Now we're getting into the Twilight version of fucking Savage Dragon.
Sparkle.
I'm dead.
I'm gonna bite you and drink your blood,
And you're gonna like it, okay?
but you'll be immortal after, so it's cool, right?
You know what? the last 20 minutes, I'm gonna draw something manly.
Can you?
It's just no.
Yeah. We're almost at the end of the show right now.
Yeah, we're almost at the end. We got like what 20
I'm
minutes
done.
left.
I'm technically done. So yeah. Did 2 drawings. Beacon's working on the 7 Legions now. So yeah.
Yep, doing the character height chart.
Wait, I have a better idea. Like a little ball hop.
I can't wait to see when we get to it. How manly she's gonna draw him.
So manly. So very manly.
You
If
know,
I can
that reminds
even
me.
draw.
That reminds me of something I don't think I mentioned on the stream last week, but at work at the end of last week I saw something hilarious.
What?
A midget manly lesbian.
A what?
How in each lesbian couple there's usually like a mannish one and a feminine one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the uh, bull. I believe the term is bull dyke lesbian.
Okay.
Was midget. Did that whole like gorilla walk, strut the shoulders out. It was hilarious.
Some person says, "Mortal oil is manly. Draw a can, Alex,
I can.
of mortal oil." Yeah. Beacon top 3 books of all time: 7 Legions 1, 7 Legions 2, 7 Legions 3, and soon 4. Yeah, that's all he reads.
Yep.
It's not a self-insert this thing, unless you look at the dwarf. But that's it. It's a self-reading thing, though.
I read other stuff.
There you
Yeah. See, that's more cartoony. He looks way more manly.
go. It's the manliest thing you'll ever see me draw.
The Lego version of Savage Dragon.
Hell yeah. It's beautiful. I think I'm done for today.
Yeah, I think it's time for us to go eat something we haven't eaten yet.
We can wait a little longer. We can chillax.
Oh, I'm trying to stretch a little bit to let Scotsman at least finish.
Yeah.
Oh, I can be done. I can be done right now.
No, that's the thing. I'm trying to let you just finish like the first, at least the silhouette,
Hell yeah.
Like, we're not doing perfect here. We're doing finish, not perfect. It's one of the entire thing about when we started this show was to be able to do this because it's one of the biggest lessons that we as artists need to learn, especially comic book artists.
I'm feeling
We need
attacked.
to learn finish, not perfect.
Yeah.
Finnish, not Norwegian.
What do you have
It
against fucking Vikings?
Bro.
So the Chibi Dragon.
Chibi Dragon, basically, yes. This is
A
my
good
chibi
friend is
art.
one that lets you finish. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hmm.
Wait.
What?
Wait a minute. No.
That was a
That's
reference to
broken.
Beacon's drawing when he was showing it at first.
Bro.
No, I could be done here. I'll be done.
Okay. So there you go.
Hello.
Here's Scotsman Savage Dragon. That's as much inspiration as he got for the character he loads. He's done.
Here was my reference model.
What's that?
My reference model.
Oh.
See, even there, his spine is straighter. Yours, there's
Well,
a part.
I
There's
mean,
a
I
part
have
of
him
this.
tilted over like this.
There's a part missing in the abs.
I didn't have his head tilted as far down. I was like, I wanted him like he's starting to aim.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so it's more like I had him more like this. I think.
Even there, now he has the thing I was trying to tell you. Look, if you look at his, spine and torso, and in between the torso and the pelvis,
Mm-hmm.
that's it. Boo. Maybe it's just lowering down the freaking belt area.
Maybe,
Anyways.
probably, yeah.
Anyways, looking cool. So let's go back to the little mess here. Chibi Dragon
Chibi Dragon.
Looks-
Chibi
looks more-
Dragon.
looks more manly than the other one, but the other one looks cool.
Wait, let me get the other one. Boom.
Booyah! That's the moment that he picked up his girlfriend, the ex prostitute. You're
I'm
under
like-
arrest, babe.
I'm pretty sure that's the story. This is
Yeah.
her point of view. You're
Yeah.
under there.
You're under arrest, babe. You come into my car. I'm taking you to custody. In custody, babe. Here's the beacon one again
Yep.
with a traumatized little kid.
It's
Like,
traumatized.
I'm never playing with my toys again.
That's
Never.
actually really good. That's a really good Sid, actually.
Yeah.
He hasn't slept in a few days, but
Yeah.
No, he's traumatized. He's having PTSD. He's been crying for a long time.
Yeah.
And here's my first sketch.
It looks
And here's the
beautiful.
second one.
Hell yes.
And we're done. Well, that was the Savage Dragon Doodle and Chill, guys. Like, share, and sub, obviously. Chibi Dragon looks like he
Obviously.
has an office job.
some person says that's gay enough for sugar. Great job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So next week, I think it's going to be Shadowhawk. Because I think that was the I'm not sure, was it? Hold on, let me just check something quickly. Shadowhawk #1 came out when? Oh, okay. Oh yeah, we'll do Shadowhawk next week. Then after that, it's going to be followed by Wildcats and Cyberforce. So that will complete phase 1, and then we'll start phase 2.
Yes.
Thank you everybody for joining, and we'll see you all next Saturday. And like promised, we're keeping this on track every Saturday.
We're
I had
trying.
a
I'll try to make it more often when I can.
Mhm.
Yes, please, please.
So for everybody, never forget the famous words of Darkwing Duck, and we'll see you all next weekend.
See you.
Let's get dangerous.
I see that story first. I feel that story first. I know those people first. When I put them down, they've already lived. And I put them down as I'd like them to live on those pages. My stories are very